Matt Lenihan, Boxing Social and Association with William Hill, Empire Fight, so delighted to be joined by John Ryder. John, we're here, Matchroom HQ Gym. How are you feeling? You're preparing for the biggest fight of your night, Guadalajara, Mexico. It's getting real now.
It just feels great. I've been out there, seen the venue, seen the place, seen the fight hotel, come face to face with Canelo Alvarez. So yeah, it's go time.
After that Danny Jacobs fight, everyone was sort of waiting for what was going to be your big fight. Eddie Hearn was talking about it for a long time, saying we need to get John this big fight, the fight with Canelo, and we were talking about big names for so long. How much of a relief is it that they got it over the line? And you've not only got it over the line, you've got a homecoming for him in what's going to be a hostile environment for you, but an amazing occasion.
Yeah, I mean, great fight. Obviously, started off 2022 with the Danny Jacobs win. Yeah. Then, obviously, wanted to get straight back in and fight another big name when it was quite a slow middle year. Looking at the Hyman Gear fight, looking at other fights there. Then the Zach Parker fight coming back and made sense. I mean, WBO interim title on the line as well. Will put me in a good position and listen, in the right place at the right time. Beat Zach Parker and become a WBO #1 and interim champion. So we're in line for Canelo.
What was it like being over there, obviously face-to-face with him? We've seen him in some big fights over the years, and now you get your chance to sort of write your own history over there. What was it like being in Mexico and having that moment?
It was quite nice to be there. People were pleasant. I'm sure that will change as the fight nears and gets nearer, and they will change their attitude towards me. But listen, it's to be expected. I'm going into the Lion's Den, and I expect it to be hostile. I've never really had to face it that bad. I suppose Liverpool was quite bad at times, but it's not going to be Mexico, is it, with 50,000 Mexicans screaming against you? So, yeah, we'd embrace it. I mean, use it as fuel for the fire and just take it with a pinch of salt.
Now, Canelo goes into pretty much every one of his fights as favourite against anyone. Are you sort of relishing going in there as an underdog because you have everything to gain and, in a sense, not really much to lose because people are saying, oh, Canelo's going to win. People have been questioning you as an opponent, but for you, you can shut a lot of people up and really sort of make history over there. Yeah,
for sure. I mean, I'm coming off probably my career best year last year, obviously, the win over Danny Jacobs, Zach Parker, whereas he's obviously a different calibre of opposition with the Bivol and Golovkin. He's lost to Bivol. Then he's not looked his vintage self against Golovkin, who was 40 years of age at the time. Take that away from him, still a great fighter, but didn't look himself, then had the injury. So, listen, he's got a lot to prove. He's coming back off injury. He's back home for the first time in, I think, 12 years. Yeah. So, yeah, like you say, the pressure is on him. People aren't expecting too much from me, so I'm just free to do what I want to do, really. It's like people, like you look on social media and people will not give me a chance. So, listen, it's down to me now to enjoy every moment in this gym, training with Joe, Tony, Kevin, Felix, Craig, everyone, just really embrace the time with everyone in the gym and just have fun, enjoy it and go into the fight happy, healthy and raring to go.
Is it hard not to look past what a win will do for you? Because if you beat Canelo Alvarez, the world will stand up and recognise and your name will forever be etched into boxing history. Like, in terms of the magnitude of this fight, is it hard not to think about what could come if you do win?
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, go and beat him and you change your life. Massively, like you get the rematch, beat him again, the rematch, and then you're looking at the world is seriously your oyster. You've got the Bivol fight or big fights at 168. So listen, this year the future is bright.
When you look at Canelo Alvarez and the names he's been winning over the years, even the defeat to Floyd Mayweather, he's took on everyone really. I mean, everyone's talking about Benavidez and all that kind of stuff, but he has really fought everyone who's been about. What do you see in him where you're going to give a game plan away, but do you see certain weaknesses in Canelo where you think, you know what, I can go and exploit that and I can make myself known?
I think he's become a more economical version of his former self. He's not got the work rate he once possessed. Listen, that could all be down to the injury, but I think he's a year and a day younger than me, so I can't say he's an aging fighter, but he's got a lot of miles on the clock, miles that I haven't got. Listen, you can say he had 50-odd fights, 60 fights. Right. It's a lot of camps to have back-to-back. I think the year of 2021 took a lot out of him. Obviously, the the undisputed year at super middleweight, and then obviously last year took his toll again. So he's had some very active years in the last couple of years, and you just don't know what they're doing to his body long term.
How pleased are you with the way that Eddie, Matchroom have helped get this fight on for you? You must be pleased. Obviously, we see a lot of fighters who promotionally don't always get what they want, but they seem to have done everything for you to make sure you get this fight. How pleased are you with the job that they've done for you?
Yeah, I'm over the moon. I mean, it was great to be away in San Diego and Mexico with Eddie and everyone, and just see the team about there, and it was just good. Do you know what I mean? I'm grateful for the good and the bad I've had in my career. Like at the times when Eddie said you're gonna have to go elsewhere and get a win and get back to winning ways and then come back. So I'm grateful for that. It's brought a better character in me, I think, and it's really spurred me on to progress.
How big a moment is this for your family? You know, when you get that news, the call up, look, it's on, and you know you can share the good news with everyone. It must have been a good moment for you, right?
Yeah, I mean, my partner, she's been through it all with me for the last 16 years.
The ups and downs.
The ups and downs, highs and lows. Yep. My daughter, she's 8 now, so she's seen a few of the fights on TV.
Yeah.
But she's buzzing. I think she's almost a Canelo fan as such. She watches.
Not on that night.
Yeah, definitely not that night. But she's always watching YouTube, and she's always watching things, and like she knows who all the champions are. So yeah, I think she's very knowing of the situation. My little boy just thinks we're all dossers. Yeah. Thanks to Tyson Fury, we're all dossers.
When you look back at the Callum Smith fight and when things didn't go the way you wanted, did you ever think that this would be possible? Because when we talk about the highs and the lows, you've had them, and that was one of them where a lot of people were saying, you know what, he's not been treated right there, not been treated fairly by judges or by whatever. Did you ever think, you know, these days will come? Because it must have been hard to pick yourself up from that situation.
It was, because it was just a crap time. Obviously, with COVID coming about and the lockdowns and whatnot, it was just a very stagnant 2 years. So I think all momentum was lost from a great 2019 I had. Obviously, the win on the Canelo Jacobs undercard against Bilal Akwe for the interim title. And then the fight, I know it was bad officiating and whatnot, but it was still a good year for me, a good end to a year. Do you know what I mean? I took a lot of credibility from that. And it's all about just keeping momentum going for the 2020, but everything was just lost there. So it took a while to keep going, and I suppose there was a lot of dark times for myself in that period, but everyone included, because we was all a bit unknowing of what was going on in life and in sport. So yeah, I think we was all in it together as such, and just kept grinding hard in the hour-a-day exercise period, and yeah, now we're here.
Have you got a message for Canelo Alvarez ahead of your fight in May?
I'm ready. I'm training hard, muy forte, and I'm looking forward to it.
Well, look, John, we're looking forward to it as well. It's going to be a big occasion. Thousands and thousands upon thousands of people in Mexico, and millions watching around the world. Thanks for talking to Boxing Social, and we'll have someone there for Fight Week for you.
Are you going to be there?
You already know. You already know I'm probably not, just due to other commitments, but you know that's not my fault.
No. Listen, sharing is caring, and we've got to take it in turns. So, yeah, I get it.
We get it, but I'll be at home supporting, wishing you all the best, and make sure I'm definitely tuning in. So, look, we wish you well.
Thank you. Appreciate it.